Again, the cellular organisms are divided into two main types. What are those types? Prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, it's a broad division, prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. So as you can see in the picture, the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cells are there. Okay, so one by one we will study about the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cells so that you can know the difference between these two types. So prokaryotes are the organisms which are primitive one, that means the starting one, very simple structures they are having, and also they are known as the incomplete cells because all the basic structures of the present in the cells are not there. So they contain prokaryotic cells in their body structure, and they are having three basic structures of a typical cell, and they lack nuclear membrane around their genetic substances. Nucleic material in prokaryotic cells consists of single chromosome which is in direct contact with the cytoplasm, and there will be the undefined nuclear region in the cytoplasm. That portion will be known as the nucleoid. So without nuclear membrane it will be, but that portion will little bit differentiated from the other parts. So that is called the nucleoid. And also in a prokaryotic cells, other membrane bound organelles just like mitochondria are also absent. Ribosomes are present because they make the proteins, and the example of this prokaryotic cells are the bacteria and the blue green algae also. Okay, so basically they are having very simple structure in comparison to the other kind of cell that is called the eukaryotic cell. So eukaryotes have the advanced and complete cell because basically what are supposed to be present in the cell, they all will be there, the organelles will be there. Okay, so that's why it is called the complete cell, and these cells contain membrane bound nuclei. That means they will have the separate nucleus, okay, which is bounded by a thin membrane, and which make them separate from the cytoplasm. This kind of cells are found in the unicellular and multicellular plants and animals both. And then plasma membrane is there, then nucleus, DNA, and the cytoplasm with ribosomes, and the mitochondria will be also there. Now here we will study about the differences between prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell. Now as you can see here, the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes, it's a Venn diagram. You can easily understand that what is common in both and what is only in prokaryotes and what is only in eukaryotes. So prokaryotes are the oldest cell type. That means when the life started on earth, they were present. That is a primitive one. Okay, they are small and simple. They don't have the particular nucleus. They lack organelles, and basically they are single celled structure. So their structure is not very much complicated. Whereas in case of eukaryotes, it evolved from the prokaryotes. That means it came from the prokaryotes, but afterwards it become advanced one. And they are larger in size and more complex. It has nucleus, then they contain organelles also, and they are having this single celled or multicellular organism. They are present in that. What is common in both? That is they both have nucleus material, that is called the DNA. They both have the ribosomes. They both have the cytoplasm, and they both have the plasma membrane. So that is common in both. Whereas you can see very easily the bacterial cell what they are having, and the plant cell or the animal cell. So this was about the differences and the common thing between the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. Now the another topic is division of labor. What do you mean by the division of labor in terms of the cell? So here we know that different parts of the human body perform different functions. Human body has heart to pump the blood, stomach to digest food, then skeletal muscles to perform movement and locomotion, and there are so many other types of cells. So here you can see that the heart has a special type of muscles, and you are familiar with that. They are the cardiac muscles which contract rapidly and then rhythmically and tirelessly throughout your whole life. Okay, similarly stomach has special cells just like mucus cells to secrete mucus for lubricating food. Okay, Then some other cells are there which secrete some sort of digestive enzymes. Then you are having the skeletal muscles and then striated muscles, voluntary muscles. So they are having different functions. That is their contraction depends on their wish or will. That means they are the voluntary muscles. Okay, and some are the involuntary muscles. That means they keep on going by themselves. Okay, so here you can see that there are so many types of cells present in our body and each will have the different functions to perform. So here comes the division of labor. Labor means the work and division means how it is divided for particular cell. So in unicellular organism, as you know that one cell carry out all the jobs of the organism. So there is no special kind of work done by some different types of cells. Okay, but in case of multicellular organism, it is somewhat different. How? Because each type of cell specializes in performing one particular function, and that is called the division of labor. So different cells have special features to carry out particular jobs, and that's why their structure is also different from one another. So as you can see here that the first cell is that the zygote is formed from the parent, and then by the fusion of the parent cells, that is the reproductive cells, sperm and the ova, and then there will be so many cells, so many types of cells. Okay, so different organs and systems also perform different jobs. However, they work with one another to ensure the whole organism functions effectively. So here you can see the nerve cells. Nerve cells will form the your nervous system. Okay, including brain and the spinal cord. Similarly, the red blood cell that will transport the materials in your whole body. Then muscle cells are there. It forms the muscles. So muscles have some sort of different function. It will not perform the same function as red blood cell will do or the nerve cell will do. No. Then there will be the sperm cells. Then there will be the bone cells. So you can see that there is a division of labor, division of the job. Every cell is having the particular job to perform. So this is called the division of labor. Now in the next video I will share you some sort of knowledge related to the cell shape, then cell size and structure of the cell.